Can this monster of a speaker change the way you listen to music? Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at the Riva Festival. That's this guy, and this is a big speaker. Oh, check it out. It's 14.5 pounds. It is a substantial speaker, but there's a reason that it is so much weight and there's so much going on, because it has amazing sound. So, the Riva Festival supports Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, AirPlay, DLNA. I don't know if anyone uses DLNA anymore, but whatever. Chromecast, Spotify Connect, you can get to it from your Google Home. There's a zillion different ways you can connect. And it supports high-res audio. Heck, you can even plug into it with optical 3.5mm AUX or USB. So you could even use this with your television. How cool is that? Now, it is pretty big. It is 14 inches by 8 inches by 7 inches. And like I said, 14.5 pounds. And it's a wood enclosure, though you don't really see it because there's a plastic top and then there's this metal grill. So the whole design of it is really nice. But you know what? Let's give it a listen. So I'm going to just push some music to it. And let's make it loud, because this thing gets crazy loud. So you have no way of knowing how loud it is, but this is like bothering the neighbors loud. And it gets louder than that. So how does it get so loud? How does it get so much sound? It's because it has 3 woofers, 3 tweeters, and 4 passive radiators all put into this thing. And they have a 6-channel amp pushing out 200 watts on a single speaker. That is a lot. Whether you're an audiophile or not, there's a lot going on with this speaker. And, you know, it works with a lot of different input sources. But I will say that as much as the sound is beautiful, I mean, this is really, really nice. If you had this in your dorm room, then I can promise you, you are going to be the life of the party. However, when we get to the price, you might think, I don't know if I want to have this in my dorm room. We'll come back to that. This is a really great single speaker audio system with a ton of flexibility, a lot of different input options. There's just so much about this that's really cool. But I will admit that when I tried to configure it, it was a bit of a bear to configure. It would show up on the Wi-Fi, it would vanish from the Wi-Fi, it would show up needing a password, then a minute later it didn't need a password. I got it on Bluetooth, that worked, and now it's on Bluetooth, so suddenly it's on AirPlay, which I never really realized that they work together like that. But be that as it may, Google Home still can't figure out how to connect to it, so it has all these capabilities. I don't know, maybe it's my phone, maybe it's my Wi-Fi network. Whatever the deal is, if you can figure out a way to push music to this thing, you're gonna love it. It has an amazing soundstage. It's just a really rich, full sound. And for something that's this small, this is literally the size of a bread box. But this can definitely fill even a pretty big room. You could put this in the middle of an indoor basketball court and have music that's going to keep those basketball players happy for hours. So really nice. And not only that, it has an away mode that actually lets you work with it in different ways than you would at home on your own Wi-Fi network. So lots of capabilities. It also has a Riva wand application, which makes it easy for you to actually get to all the settings. And that's nice. Although occasionally I'd go into the Riva wand application and it would say there are no devices, and then I'd wait. And after a couple of seconds, boom, it would show up. And here you can see this is the main configuration screen. So there's lots of stuff you can do. Really cool. Really though, it's all about the sound. Like I said, if you can get music to push to this thing through whatever mechanism or means you want, you're going to be really, really impressed. It's very nice sound. I mean, I can't say enough about how this is probably one of the very best sound units we have even here at Ask Dave Taylor, and we got a lot of gear. So really cool. And it's heavy, so really you don't want this in your backpack when you're traveling. Unless you're like, trying out for the Iron Man or something. Probably you're not. So, only thing left is the price, and before we get there, let me ask if you can click on that subscribe button. And if this is useful and informative, thumbs up is always appreciated. So, the Riva Festival you can get for $499 at rivaaudio.com. This is not something that you want to have for your high school kid unless you have a lot of money and your IPO just went amazingly well. But if you can afford something like this, this is really premium audiophile gear, and you will be really impressed with the sound. And of course, it has a lot of different inputs. And so that makes it really nice for you to be able to maybe hook it up to your computer to have really ground-shaking audio from your games, and then just push your favorite music to it. It also works with Spotify Connect, so it can actually run Spotify even if the device you launched it from then leaves the room. So you could actually have this running forever on Spotify through your Wi-Fi network, and that becomes a really nice device. You could put this in like your office or something, and now you have music for everybody. So really, really like this. The Riva Festival connectivity is a bit tricky, but once you figure that piece out, holy cow, it's a really nice sounding speaker. So this is Dave Taylor. I'm going back to my music, and I will catch you in my next video.